Hello, welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack Duxbury. Tay is behind the camera. Well, actually, he's wandered off over there. But we're sending love to Oz. He's not here today, but he's on holiday. It's going to be a big one today. I'm going to do my best here. I've had about an hour with this beast that's before me, which is the new Nord Electro 7. Things to note about it. We've got the 61 key version, but there's a 73 key version and a 73 hammer action version. I don't know the sequence of events, but I was lucky enough to be in Sweden, go to the factory, see one of these. And since then and now, word on the street is that they've now included a pitch bend and a mod wheel on the 73 key versions. So I'm just getting that out there. I know we haven't got it here to show. I've only got the 61 in stock, so I'm doing the video on this. But it's a huge deal. And we'll get to some bits where I can see it's even a bigger deal. When you see some of the features, you'll be like, oh my crikey goodness, with the pitch bend and mod, that's gonna be handy. And also on the weighted one, it's a new triple action kawaii action as well. I'm sure we'll do videos on those, but I just wanted to get that out. Let's go left to right, and we're gonna talk all new things. We're gonna go to a blank patch, and I'm sorry, Taylor, but it's just gonna happen. I've basically done a speed run on this for about 40 minutes. Been quite surprised by all the new features. I'm regularly seen out on the road with a 6D. I must say there's way more new stuff in here than I thought there was going to be. So hold your freaking horses and strap in. Let's start in piano land actually, because a lot of people start with piano. I am going to start with it too. You'll see that we've got anything with grey on the top here is a big section. So we've got the piano section right here, and if I don't have anything on, no noise. If I turn it on, we've got some noise. Nice. Just want to note, with the release of this, they also released a new sample that you can load in. Let's also check this out. Front and center, if you haven't noticed, you're not familiar, we've got a color screen. Oh my God. If I click this button, which is a whole new world in Nord, you'll see something clickable because it's got this ring around it. So I can click it, and look, got categories. Click that again. Go down, here's the Astoria Grand, which is new. Come on, Royal Grand. Hear the differences? I'll go back to that Astoria, it really is a back to the white. I love that about Nord. Also, I can get this across to you if you didn't know, we've got the letters to the right there, M and S, and that is not where you go to get your Christmas dinner. That is pointing towards the size of the sample, because you've got a memory in here, and it's up to you how you use it, what you load in. So say you're always using the Astoria, you could load in the large one there, or the XL version. And what that means is all the middles of the pianos are the same, but towards the extremities, they'll save space for you by saying, well, you don't really need 8 levels of velocity sampling up here. You never go up there. So they steal it from there, and you can get more variations in the piano in it, if that makes sense. Hope it does. Right, back to the new things. Check this out. A feature coming down from the stage into here is dynamic comp. So if I play something like this. Here I'm really accentuating that top note. If I put dynamic comp on max, take it off. So what that's doing, and there's 3 levels, so we've got that first level there. 1. What it's doing is limiting the velocity ranges I'm triggering. So instead of compression, where it audibly changes the timbre of the sound, you know, because audio is coming out and playing it, and then I'm using a compressor to limit my dynamics. This is doing it on a elemental level, in the velocity level. So things just like that. Say I want it to be very, I've got a really poppy part that's like, but I'm a bit stopping, I'm going, put it on dynamic comp. It's smoothing everything I'm playing out. So that'd be really good, especially now sometimes we have to replicate parts that have been smashed to smithereens by a guy with a touchpad, and he's flattened out all the velocities on our parts that we're trying to learn, like dance parts. Sometimes you don't want to use the compressor, so that's really cool. Also, we've got Unison here. Let's go for the Royal Grand, which has got this kind of binaural miking technique. And we'll go back to that part. Unison, check it out. Off. I've got 3 levels of that. Or not chorus, not micro pitch. What it's doing is taking other samples from other bits of the piano and then putting them in and panning them in various ways. So it's sticking out the sound in the stereo spectrum. I love it. It's really, again, giving you these nuances that if you're a stage user, you enjoy and you spent loads of money on coming down into the electro range. So I dig that. Also, we can change the touch of the piano here. Actually, let's choose an upright piano to demo this. I'm gonna click this, come in, and let's go for a felt upright. Nice. The touch is really well scaled on this. It's been on other models before, but it was just numbers, but this makes a lot more sense. With it in the light mode, I can hit those really subtle velocities. In heavy, I've got to dig in a lot harder. So if you're doing boogie woogie and you're like, slamming it, and you might want to put it in heavy. If you're playing softer, you might put it in light. So that's cool. Other things are as well that, say this felt upright. That wasn't soft enough for you. We've got these timbre settings. So if I hit soft, mid, bright, back to. So they're really good. Again, lots of tone shaping in here before we go to the effects and things like that. Let's go straight to something that I was very shocked about, and it's what's going on in Synthtown, which is insane. The last few electro editions, we've been able to have this synth sample section that we could layer with our pianos. But they've gone another level here where you see in this little box here, sound library. Not only do we have samples, but we've got actual synth engines, and we've got way more developed envelopes and filter sections. So let's see if I can demo that to you right now. Again, we've got this button here. So if I click this, we're in a world of joy. Look at all of these categories we've got. Fantastic. So let's go with a sample first, and let's go string ensemble and a flautando, and we'll stay here. Lovely. Spitfire, partnered up with them if you didn't know that, so we've got amazing strings in there now. Now, I'm used to turning up the release. So I can just to smooth things out. But frickin' check this out on screen. If you didn't know, look what I'm getting on this color screen. I can say, oh yeah, I want a 4.6 second release. Don't we all? And then below it, you'll see that we have focus. And if I tap it, filter envelope. So we've got two separate envelopes. And not only is it attack, decay, release, but if I hold shift, I can change the sustain portion of it. So let's show how we can adjust the sound here with this sample. So I've got this nice thing. Now what I love to do, I love to filter it a bit. So let's turn the filter on and let's hear what the filter does. Again, represented on screen with resonance. So I'll put a peak, love the graphics. Dig it. And also, if I hold shift, you see underneath it, it says drive. So we can, let's max the drive out and see what happens. Hear the drive and the fluttering of the strings. Nice, right? This blew my mind. If I go back to the sound library and I tap this and we find something that alludes to a synth sound, like an analog lead, and let's have a listen. Great. I click this, check this out. If I go shift and tap this, I can see a full representation of a subtractive synth. So I can see I've got an oscillator on. I can change the waveform. Let's put that on a square. And then if I go to here, I can add another waveform. So I'll try to do this without blocking the camera. And we'll boost the level. Noise, let's change it to another saw wave. We can detune them. Way more options than we ever had before, because essentially we were just triggering samples. So now we're getting into proper synthesis here. If I go across to the envelope here, let's initialize this sound. So we've got back to just a plain old saw wave. Let's max out this release. Flick over to the filter envelope, mixing envelope and envelope. What would you say? Envelope. Sounds a bit more sorry, doesn't it? Let's do that. I'm going to turn up the amount that we're sending to it, and I'm going to drop the frequency down. So you can hear now, put some resonance in. I can get it to decay over time. Also, we can fatten this out with Unison. Very heavy. And just so we're not going too crazy, I won't, because I can understand this, but check this out. If I go again and hit this, I understand we keep the same filter settings, but now we've gone FM. And not just a sample, full engine. I can change the algorithm. Back to the amp, let's make it a bit shorter. So I'm doing FM synthesis here, absolutely hoofing off. Have I missed anything else? If I make this mono or legato, so I can't play chords anymore. I can choose the glide. I've got 3 options. Also, let's go back to a patch, and I love this new screen. Let's say we've got something like a analog brass. I've got 3 levels of dynamics, so I've got no dynamics here. But if I go dynamics 2, so I can put dynamics with how loud or soft I'm playing, which is really cool. Also, this brings up this, which was far left. I can hold something. Introduce vibrato. If I shift and hit it, I can choose if there's a delay and the amount, settings on there. And if you are on the 73 key model, you're going to have a mod wheel to bring that in. But it's great they thought of you and put that button there. Makes it way more expressive. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Let's get into, we'll keep just with timbres. What would you say, timbre or timbre?
Timbre.
Exactly, but I tell you what, the internet says you're wrong, mate. Because I've been told off so many times. Let's do the organ section. A lot going on here. I'll try to get through it quickly. Empty patch again. I'm going to turn this on, and this is what it sounds like. Rubbish, but we're going to source it up, okay? Hit Drawbar live, and this brings us to this fact that we've got 3 states of Drawbar that we can store, represented by the lights. So if I go down here and pull 3 out, I'll go back to preset, and maybe I have 1, and then here I'll have them all out. I'll bring that back in a second, but we'll go back to our Drawbar live, go like this, and we'll rock with this. Nice. I'm going to turn the rotary speaker on. I'm going to put some drive in, turn the level up. Bring the bottom. Cool, so now we've got rotary speaker on. This is one where you're going to have to get your headphones on, and I found very subtle. We now have on the front different mic positions, which is pretty advanced here. So I'm going to hold a chord and I'm going to flick through the positions. First one is close. Now wide. Then XY. So you can hear those differences. Now I'm going to introduce the rotation in the speaker back to close. So we've got, I've really heard those, without the rotation you can really hear the different mic positions. There's a shift option for having a wide bass, so I'll do that. If I go shift and sustain pedal over here, I can hold up the sustain pedal. That was turning the bass wide on and off. I don't know if you could hear that. I couldn't really feel that in here, but I suppose for a big sound system or when you're recording, great, way more options. This is something that's pretty niche, but if you're a Brian Auger fan, you might like it. Classic stopped the rotary sound. Now, this is so niche, but it says fix angle. If I hold shift, fix angle, you'll see on the color screen, I can choose to set where the speaker would stop. This is so niche and I can't really hear it, but I get it. Like before, basically, when you had a rotary speaker, right, it'd spin around, you'd hit stop, but sometimes the horns might be in a place you don't like the sound of. But here you can guarantee it's gonna come back to that angle. So let's see if I can, I don't know really how to demo this. If I can't really hear anything changing it, but maybe if I go to fast and then stop it, let's go inverse, and I'll give you 2 options. So this is 0. And this is 180. So the idea is when it came to rest, it came like 180 degrees round, if that makes sense. Hope it did. And we got drive there. Let's give it the old classic. Oh, this I'll bring you back to the presets. Because I've got 3 states, I'll go to my all drawbars out. We've also got new frickin' models. So I'll go back to my drawbar setting. We've got Vox and Farfisa. I'm going to skip over those because I don't want to be here doing a video manual. But you heard a lot of key clicks in there. You could turn that down and go fiddling in the settings, but now we've got a soft B3 model. So for ballads, instead of. So you might like that crispiness on there, but I love that soft B3 model. Also, we've got a B3 bass model. These drawbars don't really do much to you. So you can models the bass pedal sound out of a B3 as I understand it. Let's go to the normal B3 model, Jimmy Smith setting. We have deeper variations on the chorus, so deep. Off. Yeah, and the same for vibrato. Let's see if we can hear that. V3, off, deep. I mean, we are cork sniffing right up here, I tell you. Other things that let's see if I can demo this. If I take the vibrato off, I can now make that polyphonic. So if I go, so the percussion will act on every note individually. Dig that. So, I mean, they're ramping up. Not only that, you know, this is the latest organ engine. If I go shift sound, bank across, look at all the options we got. We can change the actual tone wheel model where we trigger the key. Also, that's new, key bounce. I'm not sure how to demo that, but it's a feel thing. And all these choices, much easier to see, way more information on the screen. I dig it. So we've done all the main sections. Let's just do effects, blank patch, and we're gonna dream of making a split. Let's do it. Let's do a split and a layer, and we'll show off what's powerful. Basically, the headlines about these effects are that before you could choose what they were on, but you could only use one at a time. Now each section has its whole full chain of effects apart from a global reverb, which you choose to send. Easier for me to demonstrate, I think. So let's click in here and find cheesy piano. Yeah, real old school gospel. And let's make it unison. I may want to widen that out. Check this out. If I turn on this chorus, but listen to the wide version. So handy. So if you're on in-ears now, you can explore different widths of effects. We've got that option for everything. For example, let's put it on the vibrato, the vibe, and we'll put that half mast and we'll turn off the wide. Listen to this. Wide. Really great way to cop those lo-fi things. Also, what is really new, and I'm going to try show, and it's a big deal, is on the stage we have this concept of morphing. And anything with a light on, you can often control with the morphing feature, which is a way of like a macro controls, assigning them to a controller or a pedal. Does that make sense? Got the macro in there, come on, I'm down with the synth kids. But this is new, and it's front and center here in the program section where it says expression pedal assign. Forgive me, Nord, you have recently revamped your expression pedal lineup and sustain pedal lineup. I've tried it out, the new sustain pedal, just to explain that. Instead of on and off, it's now really posh and can send continuous messages like an expression. So you can actually use your sustain pedal as a expression pedal, if that makes sense. And when you have one of their pedals, it unlocks things like half pedal dampening on the piano. So you've got a lot more subtlety in how you use the sustain pedal. It's also compatible with the triple pedal, which we're selling out these things too much, so I don't have them here to demo. But the triple pedal gives you that, again, before that was only on the piano series or the stage. Now, if you've got this, especially with that new triple sensor kawaii action, that with the triple pedal, killing. And they also got a new expression pedal. Just wanted to throw that out there. But we're just using the humble M Audio, whatever I got from the back of the shop. But it's working. Hit this, clavinet, yeah. And I want, not the French harpsichord, I want this bad boy. Something new as well is in this section here, which is the amp sim models. We've now got two new ones, a suitcase, which would be great for the electric pianos, and also a Brit model for a Marshall. Let's try and put it for a Marshall and crank the bloody gain up. And also new in Reverb Town is a spring. It's so good to have in the Electro, because especially but I want to wah, Taylor. I freaking want to wah, okay? Now, if I go on to wah, this is how we normally wah. But now, or I can go over to expression pedal assign, and it's as simple as that. Turn target knob. Now you'll see this everywhere, like feedback, for example. So if I wanted to increase the feedback, I'd just turn the feedback up on the delay, and now it would be assigned to my pedal. But I'm doing this with something a bit more demonstrable with wah. I crank up my wah, and now hopefully, and I throw it beneath, and now I can wah independently. That's the thing where the touch wah, you can't do those. It feels so much better. And again, if you wanted to do things akin to the stage with the morphing feature, adding multiple effects, reverb delay to one controller, all you do is hold that down, turn the knobs, you're rocking and rolling. I hope that made sense. Let's go back to my dream of making a split. I'm gonna go, change my mind. I'm gonna go Grand, New Astoria, here it is. Now, I'm going to dream of playing widdly woo woo synth up here. So I click this and I'm gonna go analog lead. Cool, funk saw lead. If I turn these both on and I hit split, you'll see a light come up. If I hold this down, I can then choose where that light is. That'll be my split point right in the middle of the piano. If I go shift, you'll see underneath here it says keyboard zone, lower and upper. So I'm gonna make sure that that's lower and that's upper. So now I should have piano down here. And you heard there. Got that split, but that was a perfect demonstration. Oh, I let my pinky, my erroneous pinky, stray across this line. But they've thought of us on this because now we've got crossfades. So I can now put in either a 6 semitone or a 12 semitone crossfade. Let's put the 6 in and check what happens. So it means I'm not dropping off the edge of a cliff. I put an octave and I'll play a chord. Take it off. See, it's just a subtle way to make yourself sound. Seamless. So it's a really great feature, especially on a limited size key bed. It means that you're not really facing that cliff edge of falling over a split point. So we've got that split point in. The effects, you'll see here, effects focus, organ, piano, synth. Each one of these effects blocks can be assigned individually to each sound, like timbre we've got. Bloody, I have to, the police out there, the timbre police. Oz knows this. Cool, so we've got this. So let's say I want to put that through a Fender Twin. Kill the treble. Put the drive up. And I want to make it unison. And I want to put a delay on it. Classic. Oh, and we've got new features over here, crikey. Tap it. Put some feedback on. Really important now, this is the big feature. There are now 3 types of ping pong delay. Massive. If you weren't going to buy it already, slow it down a bit so you can hear it. Shift, on. Ping pong 2. I tell a lie, there's only 2 types of ping pong. So if you were going to buy it for 3 and you don't know, I'm sorry. Ping pong off. Ping pong 1. Ping pong 2. wider. It gets wider with the other ones. I love that. Again, with these stereo effects, let's put a bit of chorus on, the wide chorus. Let's see what happens there. As opposed to non-wide and non-ping pong. Love that we can now play with the width of our sounds way more. I dig that. Oh, I can make it analog. I want that ping pong. That's what I want, maximum ping pong. Can I say the word ping pong anymore? Yes. So we've got a lead. See here, it's a sustain pedal. Let's turn that off so I can. Through the licking now, to put the crossfade back to that one. See, so I've got the sustain pedal controlling that. Now, if I change the focus to piano, I can even compress the piano on its own. Let's change this to a Rhodes. Point out one more new feature. Let's go to my favorite, the Nefertiti. Put it in a suitcase amp and see what that sounds like. Put the octave up. Maybe you want to put some vibe on it and make it wide. I mean, what a nice sound. Also, just to show you on the effects here, if I change the focus back to synth and make this cathedral, which is new, and we'll make it dark, so we've got different types there, and I crank this up and hit shift layer send, I can choose this to be drenched out in reverb. But when I go back to piano, oh, I snuck up to my crossfade there, but down here, so that's dry. So you get the idea. I can have separate chains of effects for the synth, the piano, and the organ. You know what, Taylor? I think we did it. I hope that made sense. Also, the best bit about Andertons is that we're the only place I've been around, in the UK anyway, where we have all the Nord pianos in a nice rack. You can play the grand to the stage, and the new Electros are all out there with the speakers. All the pedals are plumbed in there to demo. And if you can't come demo it, we can send it to you. It's the perfect type of thing that if you got the dosh, just buy the thing, get it, play it. We've got 30-day money back. See how you get on with this thing. There's a lot going on here. I can't wait to play the one with the pitch bend and mod. But anyway, thanks for trying to stick with me here in Nordtown. And Taylor, thank you, mate. See you again soon on Andertons Television.